Anyway, all right, we're live. Paul Reed is a bitch.
I don't know what that was. That was pretty funny. He got mad because Mitch was like, I don't know what Mitch is actually supposed to do there.
Mitch is just being way bigger and stronger than him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just stood there. It's like, all right, man.
Yeah,
Not sure what you're crying about, but go for it. All right.
I hate this this fucking underdog shit that they like need to run on to fucking be competitive. They're like the fucking nobody believes in us bullshit. Like they didn't get picked by numerous people in the casual, like NBA space to actually beat us.
Yeah. All right. So NFL draft though, huh?
Yeah. Fucking, I'm extremely nervous. 20 minutes until shit gets crazy.
Is it 5 minutes between picks or is it 10?
For the first day, I believe it's 10 minutes because somehow, some way, it always ends up going until like 12 in the morning.
Right. Yeah, I was just wondering because I remember they cut it down because it used to be 15. That was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that's brutal.
Like what? You get through 4 picks an hour? Like what are we doing here?
Yeah, fucking stupid. Um, do we think the Browns are really trading Travis Hunter?
I don't know. It seems. I mean, the thing is, you can't. They could just be listening more now because it's getting closer. But I don't know. Like, I doubt the Giants are going to give you a king's ransom to move down one spot.
Yeah,
or to move up one spot, I guess.
Difference. Yeah,
And then, like, do you want to move down to 4? Are the Patriots going to give you a bunch of stuff to move down to 4? I don't know. All the reporting I saw leading up to this didn't make it seem like the Patriots were going to be a trade up team, especially at least not at that point in the draft. And then, yeah, then do you want to move down to 5? Because that's like, all the reporting has been the Jags are kind of like the team, right? That's apparently going to be most aggressive about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. You're not going to get Carter, who I would assume is the guy they want if they're trading down. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of tough.
So the thing is, like, when people say, I can see the Jaguars trading up for a quarterback, or like, I can see, sorry, for a quarterback, for Travis Hunter. My mind's fucking, I was watching the Knicks game, sorry. When people say, like, I could see the Jags trading up for Travis Hunter, or I could see the Bears trading up for Ashton Jinty at 3. I'm just like, yeah, like, best player at their position with a team that has a need. Like, no shit. I don't think any team is going to pay up what they need to pay up to move to where those guys are going. I think Chicago, it would be crazy to give. You're probably going to have to give up like 3 second-round picks to move into that 5 spot. If they move up to the Giants spot, you're probably looking at a first and a second. So, oh my God, Cat, what the fuck was that shot? I don't think there's going to be any trades, honestly, in the top 5. I know the Jaguars want to make a splash. I don't think it has to be with a trade up. I think it could just be with a crazy selection. And really, like, do you blame any of these teams for not paying up that crazy price to just snag a different position?
Yeah, I just Hunter's such a weird. It's so weird, right? Because when you think about trading up, especially that high in the draft, it's usually never for like a cornerback receiver. I mean, whatever.
Like his archetype doesn't exist. So yeah.
Yes, I mean, so he's unique, but it's like generally you're not doing it for anything other than a quarterback. I think the only other one I can remember recently was the Texans trading up for Will Anderson, which obviously was like a big time move for them. But Anderson plays what I think is considered a more premium position than Hunter, as great as Hunter is. So it's like a little bit more understandable. And also, like, it's weird because I think Hunter is getting valued, and I'm not saying this like he doesn't deserve to be valued highly, but I think he's getting valued like in a really like it seems like the price they would want to move kind of up or move off of him is almost like a quarterback price, you know? And I just don't know what team has enough capital or is in a good enough position overall to justify that kind of a thing.
Yeah, it has to be a team that probably has a quarterback already. right? So I think like if the Giants had drafted Drake May last season, I think they'd be the team getting Travis Hunter because they wouldn't have Malik Neighbors, right? And they'd be in desperate need of a receiver. But I feel like the Patriots should be pretty much all in on whatever the price is. The Jaguars should be all in on whatever the price is. I mean, shit, like, should the Raiders be out on trading up for Travis Hunter?
Um,
Because you've paid Geno.
I just don't like. Again, it's like it's all price dependent, right? If they're like, oh, we want your first next year, like in no way am I trading my future one to for Hunter if I'm the Raiders. Honestly, I just think if you're any one of these teams in like the top, whatever, let's call it the top 8, top 10 even, if the conversation starts at like, well, we need your one next year, and then other shit, I'm just not going to do it. Like, I'm very unlikely to be a good team next year. So, and as great as Hunter is, you have to wonder, like, he can be great and you might still not be significantly better on the field.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, if you're giving up your future one next year, you have to be much better on the field next year.
And that's why I think like it's weird because the team in the top 10 that can make that happen, right, and still have high expectations for next season is the Bears. And the Bears don't need to draft Travis Hunter because they have 2 receivers. They've paid Jalen Johnson. They have Tyreek Stevenson, who they invested in a couple of years ago. So at those positions where Travis Hunter would be a fit, right, there's no need for him, or there's going to be guys who are misplaced because he's come into the fold. So I'm not sure there's a trade partner for them. Like the Jaguars, for as much as I love Lawrence and Brian Thomas, you could point to how many different fucking holes in their team. Running back, wide receiver too. I mean, is Parker Washington going to start in your slot this season and be reliable? We have no clue. Tight end, they cut Engram. It's Brenton Strange right now. So they have a lot of holes. And I feel like they're a team that almost should be looking to trade back more than trade up.
Yeah, no, I agree. I forgot that the Engram left. Did they waive him or did they trade him?
I think they flat out cut him, and then he went to
the Broncos. He's on the Broncos now. I know that.
Yeah, the Broncos. Yeah.
It's crazy that he's 30 now.
I remember being a wee lad, and we drafted Evan Engram.
And he never had 1,000-yard year for the Giants, right?
I think he had 1,000 yards his first season.
Did he? Because I know. I remember he had one with Jacksonville.
Hold on. It was either like a super high. He might have broken the rookie tight end catch record.
That's Con, you have some questions. Sean M asks, Con, how are you not shitting your pants?
Wait 1 second. He did not have 1,000-yard season for the Giants, but the rookie yardage record until Brock Bowers wiped his ass with that shit.
Yeah.
Was Evan Ingram's, I believe. Sean M, how am I not shitting my pants? Brother, there's a reason the camera is only from the top up. Like, my pants are filled with fucking shit. I'm nervous as fuck.
Yeah, that's actually a fake background. He's in the bathroom right now.
Yeah, sorry for the visual. But I'm deathly afraid of a certain selection who I am very, very against. But Adam Schefter seems to have put it to bed for me a little bit, so I'm not totally killing myself.
Well, he basically flat out said they're not taking Shedeur, right?
Yeah, essentially.
At 3 anyway, they're not.
And like, I want to make this very clear. Whatever quarterback they might have taken at 3, that's not Cam Ward, I would have been equally as pissed as with Shedeur. Like, I have Milroe as my quarterback too, just because of the dynamic, playmaking and creation that he can bring to the offense. If they picked him at 3, I would fucking be livid. Same thing with Dart. Same thing with Shedeur. None of these guys are the type of guy who you stick at the top and draft at 3. Not over an Abdul Carter. Honestly, not even over some of the other ancillary guys. Like, if you're a team that has a big tight end need, right, like Jacksonville, say they didn't have Trevor Lawrence, I would take Loveland and Tyler Warren over these quarterback prospects, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard. Like it's so weird because tight end is not the position that like it's not a position that historically gets drafted super high. I was listening to a podcast today. They were talking about this, but I think the last 2 top 10 tight ends were Hawkinson and
One is Pitts for sure.
yeah, and Pitts. And then after that, it's like, you know, I think what's his name is the highest. Bowers at last year is like pretty much the highest after that. And he was at 12, right? So yeah, I don't know. I tend to think, look, if I'm the Giants, it feels like as we get closer to the draft, Abdul Carter is going to be the pick there.
Yeah.
And they're not moving off of it, which look, I don't love that because I just don't really get like going for or investing this much in your defensive line after you already drafted Kayvon Thibodeau, after you paid Brian Burns, after you've drafted, developed, and paid now Dexter Lawrence. Although it should be said that I think there's been some smoke that they might like Kayvon Thibodeau. Yeah, well, Thibodeau could be traded today.
Oh yeah. I want to talk about that. Because what was it? Hawkeye 420 here. This is gonna be kind of funny. He said, "I kind of like Tibbs. I'm rooting for NYK, but ultimately I know Gru won't lead us to a chip." And then with the Thibodeau smoke, I was like, "Why are you saying that you like Tibbs and then saying that you're rooting for the Knicks?" Because in my head, when I think Tibbs now, like Kayvon, in my opinion, has been so good the last year and a half that whenever I'm hearing the word Tibbs, I think of Kayvon. And also Tom Thibodeau gives me a lot more blood pressure than Kayvon Thibodeau does. So that's one other thing. I don't want to be traumatized by General Thomas for much longer. But I think with Kayvon, I think what's happened with Kayvon is his rookie season, he needed a lot more of a physical acclimation to the NFL than people thought. The agility wasn't playing quite like we thought it would. He was not that good in the run game. He really wasn't holding ground well when guys would get into his chest plate. And it carried over a bit into year 2, around like week 4, 5, 6. And then middle of year 2, he really started getting loose. Year 3, I thought was his best season by a shit ton. A much more complete player. Just down in, down out consistency was way better. And the way that Giants fans talk about Kayvon to me is perplexing because you see some of the trade packages that they throw out and they're like, "Oh, once we draft Abdul Carter, we can trade Kayvon for a third, or we can trade Kayvon and a third for a second." And I'm just like, "Bro, you're trading a starting edge who has 2 more years of control and has been on the up and up for his first 3 seasons. Just throwing him away for a 3rd round pick, and then you're replacing him with another top 5 selection when he was already a top 5 selection."
Yeah,
And they both profile similarly as these agility first pass rushers who are going to struggle in the run game as rookies. You're just begging to fucking rerun the Kayvon cycle with Abdul Carter, and then you're going to be upset and disappointed, and you're going to do this whole thing again and trade Abdul 3 years from now. So
I think
be patient.
Yeah. Well, I also just think like there's look, when they drafted Thibodeau, he was kind of like I'm not going to call him a generational prospect because he definitely wasn't talked about at that level. But you've got to remember, like Hutchinson goes before him, and people thought at the time like, oh, Hutchinson. Well, it was like, oh, Hutchinson was a safe floor pick, but Thibodeau had like a higher ceiling, blah blah blah. And he just hasn't been like a star, right? But he does have, I think he's averaging like 8.5 sacks per year through his first 3 seasons. Like he's not a bad edge. He's not a stud. Like he's not a superstar, but he's not a bad edge. And that's a position where sometimes it takes guys a little time. Like again, I know that his stock and kind of his pedigree, you would have definitely expected it and certainly hoped that he would have hit the ground running faster than he has. But like if you just look at a guy like Trey Hendrickson, like New Orleans gave up on him, right? They basically were like, all right, he had one good year at the end with New Orleans, and they kind of were like, yeah, we don't want to pay him, so we're going to let him walk. He goes to the Cincinnati. I mean, he's been an all-pro now. multiple times. Like he was the leading sack man this past season, right? So like he's been elite, and I just think it's not a position that you want to give up on too early, and especially to the point you're making, like if your top pick's going to be Abdul Carter anyway, like I don't know, isn't the point that you want to like stack that? I don't know. It seems weird. It seems like a mistake, and I would probably not do that. Like there are trades obviously where you could trade Thibodeau, but just to trade him to get like a third or something like that doesn't really make sense to me. Sorry, Hawkeye 420 also asked, Schwinn, will there be another Bills playoff rival trade this draft like last year? I don't think so. But I don't really know what they're gonna do because there was some reporting, like I think it might have been, I don't know if it was a report or if Bean just flat out said it. I don't think he said it. I think it was definitely a report, but it was like they only have 12 first round grades this year.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that means like, I mean, that could also just be bullshit they put out there. So it doesn't necessarily need to mean anything. And who knows who their 12 guys are? Like if one of their guys is like Savon Ravel or something, there's a decent chance he could be there. Then maybe they just take him. We don't know who the 12 guys are that they have ranked, with the first round pick. But I don't know what the Bills are going to do. I think this is probably a good year for them to trade up, because I think there's a big appetite for teams to trade down. And I think taking a chance on somebody in the draft, this is probably the year to do it if you're going to do it. But I don't know. We'll see. And they have 2 second-round picks. They've got like a day 4 pick they got from Chicago. Like they have a lot of capital actually in the later round. So they can throw in, some of these extra 4ths and 5ths and stuff to move up the board in the second or even in the first round, potentially a couple picks here and there. So we'll see what they do. Hopefully, I mean, look, for me, I think the first 2 picks, I don't really care in what order, they should probably be cornerback and defensive tackle for them. So we'll see what they do.
I want to get your thoughts on this. What if the Bills traded up and this is going to be a really weird fucking proposal, but what if they traded up and they went tight end? Like, do you think does that sound stupid to you? Does that sound, because I think Tyler Warren is a better player than Dalton Kincaid as a prospect.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Like, I don't necessarily disagree with that. And he's going to get drafted like it. So I don't think that seems to probably be the consensus anyway.
Yeah.
I would not be a fan of that because I think you have to kind of like, is Dennis Schroeder ever going to fucking miss, bro? This is ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do that just because I think you want to, I think you don't want to go back to tight end and make that a need.
Cam?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
It doesn't add up for you guys, essentially.
Yeah, I just don't get like what that overall process would be. I mean, maybe there's a price point where it makes sense, so you do it then. But at the price point that we have seen, or like that you're suggesting, I mean, what is Kincaid even worth right now, right? Like that's what we don't know. Is Kincaid worth like
probably
second?
worth like a late second?
Yeah, like I don't know. That just doesn't really seem wise to me then.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't do that, but I understand where you're going with that. I don't think it's crazy or anything like that.
The place that I was thinking of this from is like with the increase in 12 personnel and all that stuff, I thought it might be intriguing to have them both on the field. But that is, more or less a pipe dream. And just kind of unrealistic. When I was thinking about this draft earlier on, I made a kind of like a tier listing of what I think the talent groupings are in this draft, and 1, 2, 3, or sorry, 1 and 2, I should say, is very obviously to me Travis Hunter and Ashton Genty. None of those 2 guys are being touched by anybody, in my personal opinion. I know the Abdul Carter thing is controversial, and there's some takes about it, but the way things stacked up for me was in that 3 to 13 tier, which is where I had things. Mikhail cannot blow a fucking dunk like that. Just unbelievable.
Bro, finish that. Are you kidding, bro? Come on. That was such a weird sequence too.
At least they fucking missed. In no particular order, I think 3 to 13 is Abdul Carter, the two tight ends, and Loveland and Warren, Will Johnson, Michael Williams, Will Campbell, Armand Membu, Tet McMillan, Luther Burden, and then I have Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham, and Harmon from Oregon. As like those guys are after the top two, I think those are the best 3 to 13. From 14 on to like the middle to late second round, I think every name is interchangeable. I think that's why those teams that are trading away from that late first round and potentially dealing their picks to the Giants or to the Saints, to the Browns, those teams looking for quarterbacks in late first, I think it's a very smart move for those teams. The move is going to be pretty lateral, even if you go from, let's say, 22 to 34. There's going to be little to no drop off in those selections to me. So smart business by them, taking advantage of some quarterback needy teams. And yeah, I could even see like this is one of those drafts where I wouldn't be surprised if round 3 or round 4 has more starters than round 2 in a couple seasons. It's just very, very like kind of widespread talent level in this draft.
Yeah. It's why there seems to be a big appetite to trade down, not trade up, right? Like I think there's more teams looking for that. There's more of a market for it because there doesn't seem to be a consensus on like much elite talent besides the top kind of 3 guys, right? And Cam Ward is its own thing, right? He's going to go number 1. We already know that.
Yep.
Hunter's probably going to go 2. Carter's going to go 3. Like we already know where those guys are going, and then after that, we don't really have an idea of the rest of the board. It could go anywhere. So there are people that really like, whatever, like let's say Tyler Warren, but then there are people that might like Loveland more. There are people that really like Will Campbell, but then there are people that are like, well, I prefer Membu or whatever. So, yeah, like they gotta, or not they, but like it's very variable. I think how this all ends up. We don't have an idea yet, so we'll have to kind of see how. I mean, we're about to see how it all works out here.
I'm starting to sweat some bullets, honestly. I want to go back to the first question that I got asked. Why is trading up for a quarterback in the first round more favorable than keeping the Giants' picks to potentially build the trenches? I don't think it's more favorable, to be quite honest. But what I will also say is, even though I don't think it's more favorable, I don't think it's bad process. A lot of people get wrapped up in, if you believe in a quarterback, just take him at 3, just take him at 4, just take him at 5. And I honestly don't like that. Like, I don't think any position is ever good enough to just throw away my evaluation of who they are as a player. Little Caesars Arena wants to be MSG so bad right now. Just call a timeout, Tibbs. Thank you. Okay, cool. While Tom Thibodeau tells this team to execute better in the timeout, the whole thing with the trading up is you're getting the 5th-year option. That's the big thing with trading up. In addition to probably needing to trade up to secure your guy, you're going to get the 5th-year option, which if you draft a stud, right, you draft a guy who you believe in, he ends up becoming what you think. You have another cost-controlled year, which you can then parlay into some leverage at the negotiating table, get a cheaper salary. We saw this time and time again with different quarterbacks, different players in general, like we did with Dexter Lawrence, Andrew Thomas, etc. I will not sit here and lie to you and say that I'm excited about giving up 2 seconds and a third for QB3 or QB4. Like, I'm not going to just bullshit you because for whatever reason. I don't think any of these quarterbacks should change the Giants' fortunes. I don't think any of these quarterbacks are keeping Joe Shane and Brian Dable's job. Ultimately, the reason why they are not drafting a quarterback at 3 is because they know even if they draft one, they still need 7, 8, 9, 10 wins to secure their jobs for next season. Whatever win total it is, whether it's they need to be, a game out of the wild card, whatever fucking bullshit John Mara has set up for them. They know they need to win games, and that's why Abdul Carter is going to be the pick at 3 if they stay. Flat out. So to kind of put a bow on your question, I don't think it's more favorable to trade up and get a quarterback. But do I think that buys them more time for their job? Yes. Do I think that they don't need to go back into the positional player kind of market after their first pick? Also, yes, because they're going to go into the season with what they believe is a top 3, top 5 edge group, with a revamped secondary, with a bunch of D tackles who they've drafted over the past couple seasons. Jordan Riley, DJ Davidson, they've paid Raheem, they've paid Will Robertson Harris. They have Dex, right? Like they have the cog in the middle. They have linebackers who they've paid or drafted. See Muasau, McFadden, Bobby Okereke. So I think that they might not care about addressing defense past the blue Carter. They might not care about addressing receiver, with the presence of Wandale, Malik, and Slayton. They might not care about addressing tight end because they have Theo and they have Bellinger who've played, decently big roles for this team at certain points. They could even not care about running back until day 3 in round 4, 5, 6 because they have a former starter in Singletary and they have a second-year player who showed you a lot as a rookie. So I don't think that they really feel like there's a pressing need here to be adding to the ancillary parts of this roster. Are the Titans on the clock yet, Schwinn?
I believe they are. Let's see. My stream is loading very slowly here.
They are not yet.
Okay, so they'll probably start soon, I'm assuming.
Very annoying that it's 8:05 and they're not on the clock yet. Very annoying. Is the draft in Green Bay this year?
Yes, Green Bay, and then next year's Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I might go to the Pittsburgh one. That's pretty close.
Yeah, I haven't actually never gone. I don't know. But I just like it's so weird. It's like what I want to go stand outside for like 3 days.
I would only go to day 1. Like only go to day 1.
You're not gonna you wouldn't do the real sicko like day 3 shit.
Maybe I go to day 2. Maybe.
So you're not really about it then. That's what you're saying.
No, like the most ridiculous shit is like putting on face paint for the NFL draft. Fucking, do you have a job, bro? Do you have a fucking job?
I think all face paint for like grown men to go watch sports is ridiculous.
Game 7 of the NBA Finals. You're not wearing fucking blue and orange face paint?
I'm not watching that in public. No, absolutely not. It's definitely something I'm never going to do.
What did he say? Are you listening to Clay Matthews shit?
I am not listening to it. I just have the stream on my laptop because I got the Knicks game on TV. And I'm definitely not listening to what he's saying. They should have gotten AJ Hawk so we could have actually like heard him speak for the first time ever.
I don't think people get that reference. I don't think they get it it's from the Pat McAfee show, right?
Yeah.
He just fucking sits there and stares at the fucking camera like a dork. So this guy, Clay Matthews, just fucking had a fake letter, and he says that he got this message from President Trump, and then like reads off his shitty fake letter.
I'm sure that. I mean, I guess that's the crowd to do it for right there. The NFL draft.
Yep. That was just such a fucking epic fail of a segment. Whatever. What? Are the Titans on the clock now?
Not yet.
Yes. Nope. They're on the clock officially. Cam Ward, get ready to walk the stage, buddy. You deserve it.
My thing with this is it's like they should just have to fucking bring the pick up now. Like they shouldn't get 10 minutes. Why do they need 10 minutes?
How electric would it be if they actually like the start of the draft was announcing the first pick? That would be fucking lit, bro. Are you kidding me?
That's what it should be. I mean, that's what I never get this. I'm like, why do you need 10 minutes now? You've been on the clock for 4 months. Enough.
How long? It's a foul.
For what?
For Ron Holland.
I know. I saw that. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Advantaged.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I This game is being officiated very oddly. Like, I don't know what's like. They're calling things that don't seem significant, and then they're not calling things that are. I don't know. It's very, very weird. Yeah, Cam Ward. It's like just put the pick up there. We already know who it's gonna be, man. Like, nobody's under any illusions it's anybody else but Cam Ward.
This guy fucking said that the third best receiver in the NFL is Calvin Ridley. Like, can we stop with the fucking 10 minutes left bullshit, bro? Fucking unbelievable. It's gonna change. Ooh, they haven't decided.
Yeah. Well, what if they get a call? What if they get an offer here? It's like, they're not getting a fucking offer, man. They've heard every offer they were gonna get.
Dude. Cat is
He's cooking right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good that we spent an entire game not giving him the ball, though. It's smart.
Honestly, it's even better that for a quarter he just didn't touch it. Like, especially when it's the most important quarter of the game. Jesus Christ. What really hurts is that when Mikhail misses, it's like a bad miss.
That one was online. It's just like, dude, get your fucking legs into it.
He tries to do that Boyan shot where he doesn't load and he just shoots.
That's the one he works on pre-game all the time. And I'm like, dude, what if...
It's all right. Like, you don't do that, and it's okay. What are your thoughts on Draft Day, the movie, Schwinn?
Great movie. Probably the best movie of all time. Nothing about that plot is...
unrealistic.
Yeah, unrealistic. I think all of it kind of tracks. And honestly, that's probably how I would want my GM to run my team's draft if I was a fan of basketball. Or, sorry, football.
That's not a fucking foul either?
Okay, he's just...
Let's fucking go, man.
Yeah, OG.
Am I ahead of you now?
You're like 3 seconds ahead of me. It's actually very fucking annoying.
Okay.
It's fine. I understand this will happen. It's all right. It's only the first half, so we're good. That's not a... Thank you for calling that. Fuck you. I gotta say, I actually think the Knicks at least have like done some good things offensively here. They actually look like they, when they do the whole, yeah, we got to look at the tape and we'll make. And it looks like they actually did look at the tape, make some adjustments. So kudos to Tibbs and the team on that one.
Tibbs actually watched the game 5 times this time.
And I did like him using, he did a lot of the things that we wanted him to do in terms of getting Cat and Mitch on the floor together early in the game. Good move by Mikhail there. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm so apathetic to this team in so many ways right now. I'm just like, whatever, dude. Like, this season is done. Like, it's like you're either gonna lose a series you should win to the Pistons, or you're gonna get curb stomped by Boston. And yeah, like that's it. Like, I don't really, and I don't think we've learned much about this team this year other than the good players are good, and maybe McCall isn't as good as, or probably not as good as they hoped he would be. And Josh Hart is probably never going to shoot the ball. Like, those are the things that we've learned about this team. Oh, and we need better depth, which anybody who wasn't being ridiculous coming into the season would have known was going to be an issue coming into the season. So that's what we learned, which is awesome. Nothing else.
We also learned that we can have a rookie in the day one rotation get 12 minutes at Boston and then just fall out of it completely
and never have a chance to do it again.
Yeah, we learned that. We learned that in game 82, said rookie would play 12 minutes and PJ Tucker would play 36.
That was so funny. I'm not gonna lie. As annoying as it also was like, this is the most Tibbs game. Like, that was actually the most Tibbs game of the year. Also, I just gotta say, this whole fucking thing with Bickerstaff, like, he's on the court, like, fucking running like he's at half court. He's on the court crying to the ref. It's like, bro, get this guy under control. What is he just allowed to run around everywhere like he's fucking Pac? Like, give me a break. Give him a fucking tech, man. And like, it's ridiculous that he hasn't been teed up yet in the series because he spent 95% of the whole fucking thing just crying incessantly.
He's the sixth player on the court for the Pistons.
It's crazy.
The Titans pick is in. The
Oh,
Titans
wow.
pick is in.
I'm really nervous. I wonder who it could be.
Commissioner Hitler, please come to the podium.
Commissioner Hitler. I can't wait for Bickerstaff to tell me that wasn't a foul.
This is another team like the Rockets, where if you let them tell a story, they've actually never committed a foul.
As they fouled. Like, and it's fine. Like, I get why, like, your whole thing is being physical and, like, trying to get away with as much as you can. Honestly, I think it's, like, I think more teams should do that. Because, like, they're not going to call a foul on you every time. They're just not going to do it.
Especially if you're trying to get out of the doldrums of the NBA.
It's like the Seahawks thing, right? The Seahawks back in the day, right? They were just like, yeah, we're just going to hold on every play. Because we're going to bet that like, they're not going to call a hold on every play.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about this call that he's bitching about is Asar didn't even complain about it because he knew what he did. He extended his fucking knee into Brunson's path. Like, it's a foul. It's fine. It's not like we don't need to make a big drama about it. It's a foul. That's all it is. Like, move on. Get the free throws, move on. I don't know what Bickerstaff's crying about, but, you know, that's his thing, to cry.
Cam Ward is officially a Tennessee Titan.
Yeah. I got to say, I didn't see this one coming. That's a shock. I would have gone with Bo Callahan.
Jaguars have traded up for Travis Hunter.
What? What was the? Oh, all right, yeah. I just saw the trade alert.
The Jaguars. It might not be for Travis Hunter actually, but they did trade up to the pick.
Oh wow. 2026. Okay.
Holy shit. I want to pull up this fucking trade information again for myself because I didn't hear it just now. So the Browns got a fucking haul. They got number 5, number 36, pick 126, and a first next year.
So 126 is end of the third, right?
No,
start of the fourth.
Is like mid. Is it? I think it's like mid 4.
Yeah, it's mid fourth. It's mid fourth. You're right. Depending on the comp picks in the third round, however many there are.
And then they gave the second pick, the 100th pick, and the 200th pick. So essentially, if you want to call it this way, they got the 5th pick, the 36th pick, and a first, and slid back 26 spots, and then they gave up the fucking 200th pick, which should count for nothing, honestly. Pretty good. Although I think it's just crazy to trade out of Travis Hunter, in all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, look, Travis Hunter's amazing. I don't know, man. I'm not doing that if I'm like, you're a bad team. I'm sorry, you're a bad fucking team. I'm not trading a 1 next year, 5
and a 2,
36. Yeah, a 36. Like, that's a fucking haul. I don't know. I mean, look, I get at the end of the day, like, it doesn't really matter what we think is smart or not smart right now. It'll be pretty obvious what happens. Like, if Hunter comes in and he's awesome and the rest of their team is kind of set, they're gonna be great. And look, their wide receivers now are tough. Like, that's a tough fucking receiving group. In terms of, you've got Hunter, right, who is probably going to get a sub package, and then obviously you still have Brian Thomas there too. So you're good to go here. I
think this is one of the very, very few scenarios where Travis Hunter might be a full-time receiver and a part-time DB.
My thing is, like, I don't know how you do. I think it's easier to do it the other way. I don't get doing it that. Like, I think the reverse is easier.
I agree with you. I think the way you can do it is if you have him, and I've thought about this a little bit because you see this happen a lot where guys who have great ball skills at corner transition to safety, and it's a bit easier athletically, right? As long as you're not playing in the box every play near the line of scrimmage. Guys can extend their career by playing safety. It's a little bit more of a cerebral position, so he'll have to do some more prep for the games in terms of knowing tendencies on third and longs, reading the quarterback, etc. But it is a bit easier because he'll have everything in front of him, and he'll be able to, read. And
The Jags also get a 2025 fourth and a 2025 sixth from Cleveland in this.
So the fourth we knew. The sixth, I guess.
Who cares? It's a sixth. Like, it's nice, I guess. It's nice to get it just because it's good to get it, but
Whatever.
That's not a big needle mover. So they basically just did they trade up in the fourth? The Browns? Is that effectively
the Browns traded back 20 spots in the fourth, essentially.
That's actually, I mean, that's not inconsequential.
Yeah.
For the Jags anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you're getting actually a little bit of value there instead of just
you could look at it as if you want to sell yourself on that, you could be like, okay, now we have a late third round pick. And like because you're within striking distance of, all right, if we're at this pick, which is pick 2 of the fourth round, we can toss somebody a future 5 and get into that, back end third round, excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. So they at least have that option, and yeah, you're getting Travis Hunter, which, pretty awesome, kind of fun.
Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas is fucking nuts.
They're such a funny front office. Like, they're just such a funny organization, man. Like, they just really are. But if I'm Cohen, though, I'm a happy camper.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have 2 of the most dynamic pass catchers in football, like day one.
Yep. And then look, Trevor Lawrence. No fucking. I don't want to hear any excuses for this guy now. At this point,
absolutely none. I agree. Hawkeye 420, not guaranteed to be Hunter. It's just my gut feeling. I think NFL teams just value what he does in terms of like the total amount of snaps that he'll play.
I mean, look, if they take Carter, you should be fucking thrilled then.
Listen, I am anxiously waiting to see whose name they announce right now. But I think it's going to be Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I would be pretty shocked. I mean, it looked like he got a phone call too, right? So
yeah, he had a good poker face on. I'm not going to lie.
What if they just called him to be like, yeah, we're not taking you, fucking loser.
Fucking don't let your girl be in music videos next time, clown.
Fuck you, dude. What did I ever do to you? Fuck you.
He fucking picks the phone there like he's like, what?
Yeah.
You thought we were gonna pick you, right?
Yeah, we're taking Bo Callahan, actually, pal. Oh, Mikal 3. Ooh. Say more shit about him, Con.
Dude, I've been going to bat for Mikal Bridges. You kidding me?
I am. I'm totally joking.
Sorry.
Please don't help, man. Just let him take that.
You're helping off Malik Beasley, by the way.
Bro, what? And Josh Hart, bro, what is with this guy on help defense? It's like, you're not some like elite rim protector either.
I hate when these guys get up on the podium and they go,
give their speech.
I want to thank the commissioner. Fucking, you have the pick in front of you, dickhead.
Yeah, make the fucking pick, pal. Nobody cares. Nobody needs you to thank Roger Goodell. He gets paid like a fucking obscene amount of money to be the owner's like whipping boy.
Yeah, and just show up to games and sit in a box. Fucking, right. I want that job.
Yeah, Cat. Really good defensive half, actually, too. I mean, people can talk about the offense, but that was a really good defensive half for him.
All right.
Anyway.
They're announcing the pick. 1 second.
All right, let's see. Oh, good. I can just go to the actual draft now. Fucking
Yeah.
halftime.
Travis Hunter.
What if they were like Travis Scott?
And then fucking Fiend starts playing. like when he came in at fucking WrestleMania.
Hawkeye 420 says Travis Hunter will also be in AEW along with being a cornerback wide receiver. Yeah. He's awesome, man. That's all I can say. I think he's fucking great. I mean, he's obviously the film doesn't lie with him. Like he's a phenomenal player. But he also just seems like a good kid. And I mean, not to be like super cliche, but everything I've read about him, everything people that like, do this stuff, like draft stuff for full time and everything that's been reported, he's also kind of like a tone setter, like a culture setter. And like, we can be real about the Jaguars. Like, what the fuck have they been, right? They need guys like that. They need guys that can lead. And he's a leader. I mean, he's great. He's great.
That's
So,
great.
All right, here we go. This is the pick that I think clearly, as everybody has said, this is the most important pick in the entire draft.
Yes.
Widely recognized as
this is
of the decade, maybe in the NFL.
People talk about drawing ratings, right? People talk about how the shield has meaning, all these different things. They like being the number 3 pick to the Giants just has a different aura to it. This is a player, whoever it is, that might go down as the best player in the history of football. They probably are going to own the fucking Eagles for 15 years.
They might play a 1-score game against the Eagles next season. They might pull that off.
They might beat them in week 18.
Fucking Joe Judge is going to lose his mind. It's a fucking disgrace to the sport.
Dude, that guy fucking called the QB sneak on 3rd down.
It was like 3rd and 8. That was the funniest thing I've ever watched in my life. Chris Bernard says, as a Jet fan, please give me Warren or Membo. Mason Graham is acceptable. Yeah, Graham might be dropping. He was kind of seen as a lock previously at 5 to Jacksonville at various points. That obviously is not the case today, and it was kind of being reported even leading up to like today that even if they were at 5, they weren't going to necessarily take him.
Yeah.
I think Mason Graham's awesome. If he's there for the Jets, I definitely consider it. The one thing I would say is I don't know that him and Quinnen is an ideal pairing. I think there's some limitations there. Both of them want to get upfield. Both of them are more one techs. So you'd be pretty susceptible against, teams that can move you, teams that want to run the ball. So that would be my concern with that, but he's awesome. I think Membu should be the pick though for them. I mean, they need a right tackle. He's a right tackle. Like I don't know. To me, that's like a kind of a no-brainer. His tools are really good. But Khan's more the offensive line guy than I am. So,
well, first of all, the Giants pick is in, so my butt is very tight right now. Excuse me.
nice.
Yeah. I was talking with decent friend of mine. You might know him from KFS, Mensa on Twitter. And he was talking about how he doesn't really want Tyler Warren because of the 1-year breakout as a 5th-year senior, the history of tight ends in the top 10, right? All these different valid points, very valid points. I think that any pick for the Jets is going to be Membo, Warren, or Ginty, and it's going to be because of the similarities they carry over from the talent they had in Detroit. I said this on the pod. I think I said it with you last time we recorded. I think Membo is very similar to Penei Sewell. I think he's just about 10% of a reduction in like whatever grade Sewell had coming into the draft. I think Membo is about a 10% drop off, which is still like Sewell was a top 3, 4, 5 type of talent. I think Ginty could have every comparison to Jahmyr Gibbs. They're a little different in terms of like Gibbs has that 100th percentile acceleration, right? And Ginty probably has like 95th percentile acceleration, but Ginty's also so much better between tackles. Just built a lot more sturdy, right? The whole nine. And then Tyler Warren is very similar to Laporta, like inline tight end who can use his body to beat safeties and he can use speed to beat linebackers. So I think any pick is going to be on offense, and I think it's going to be one of those three because of the Detroit model that they want to follow. I think the commissioner is going to announce the Giants pick very, very soon, and I am nervous. They're not trading out. The war room was, looking content. Abdul Carter. Yep. I expected it. I thought they were going to say fucking Shedeur Sanders, man. I'm not going to lie to you. Whew. I was so worried it was going to be Shedeur Sanders. Holy fuck. If they wanted to stay, that was the right pick. Don't fucking trade Kayvon just because you drafted Abdul Carter. Don't fucking do that. Jesus. Thank goodness that they didn't draft Shedeur Sanders at 3. That's like the number one thought in my mind right now. As far as things go with Abdul, I think this is somebody who I might be grading a little bit unfairly because it's his first season as a pass rusher, but I thought his strengths weren't as strong as you might like. What the fuck did you just say? Hawkeye neighbors to DC? Oh, because of yeah. Dude, I thought you were fucking saying we traded him. I don't think Abdul's leaving. The Giants are gonna pay him like right away whenever he's eligible. But anyway, I don't think Abdul is a can't miss guy, which is why I was okay trading out from 3. I think his strengths are not going to be as strong in the NFL, and you kind of already saw it in college against other NFL caliber tackle prospects. The number one thing with me was the game against Connerly in Oregon. When you can match up with Abdul Carter's feet and kind of mitigate some of that agility and quickness, things get sticky for him real quick. The bag is not deep yet. The bag is kind of like, if I can't turn the corner on you, then I'm going inside, and that's almost it. He can throw in, a hand fight win here and there. He can throw in a rip. There's just not a lot there yet. I'm confident that he'll build on that because of our D-line coach and how highly I think of Andre Patterson. But it's not a home run pick to me. I think it's like a double because you picked the best player at 3 that was available. But I still need to see it. I'm a little bit worried. Like we talked about how Warren had 1 year of production at tight end. This is 1 year of production at edge, right? And it's going to get much harder for him at the next level than it will be for a guy like Warren. NFL tackles are some of the most elite athletes to walk the fucking planet. And that's always going to be a question that you have for a guy who's 6'3", 245. Are you able to hang with some of those guys who are 6'7", 330? You have guys like Joe Alt in this league who are 6'9", 325 pounds and are just looking to fucking lay on you for every single snap they can. You have, I know he's retiring soon, but a guy like Trent Williams, who's like 6'7", 340. Does he have the size and speed to hang with them as a number 3 overall pick? Yeah. We'll find out.
I mean, just look at your division, right?
Lane Johnson, right? Yeah. Like Lane Johnson, Mailata. You have Laramie Tunsil now in Washington. Thank God Dallas lost Zach Martin, among others, even though he's not a tackle. But this is not going to be a cakewalk for him from day one. On the other side of things, the Giants might have the best defensive line on 3rd and long in the NFL. That I'm very excited for.
I will say, I mean, I do like that aspect of it. What I do wonder is, like people talk about like that, the NASCAR package like they had back in the day. Like, dude, those guys were bigger. Like they were bigger guys. Like, I'm sorry, Strahan is bigger than fucking Abdul Carter and Thibodeau.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Umanura, bigger guy. Tuck, bigger guy. Right? Tuck played inside. You know what I'm talking? Like he could play. He could kind of swing in and out, but he could play both inside or outside. I think Umanura played inside and outside, if I'm not mistaken, also. And JPP is, I mean, he's like way bigger than either Abdul Carter or Thibodeau. So, you know, Burns does have that ability to play outside and tuck inside on pass rush downs. But, you know, people got to calm down about like the NASCAR package. Like, even if that's out there, like you're not getting that on first down. You're not getting that on second down. That's like a pure, this is 100%.
This is like 3rd and 9.
Yeah, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. No question that they're going to pass the ball here. Type of defensive line.
And just to reference some of the measurables, Kayvon came into the league at 6'4", 255. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like 260, 265 now, but still not, exactly what those guys were. I mean, you had like Justin Tuck was whatever it was, 6'4", 275, right? I think a talking point that people don't bring up as often is the Giants just paid about $7 million to Chauncey Golston to be their edge 3, and now he's the edge 4. So you're never making a pivotal pick at number 3 overall from the Chauncey Golston contract, right? You don't do that as a team builder. But that's money that maybe you would have spent getting a safety, right? Maybe you would have spent that money on.
Yeah, I mean, it also might be like, there has been smoke about Thibodeau getting traded, like we talked about. Like, if you take Carter and you're just talking about you pay Chauncey Golston a little amount, like a decent amount, lend some credence to the idea that maybe they do trade Thibodeau today.
I really hope not, but we'll see. I definitely wouldn't rule it out. Just going back to what we were talking about before, Burns, like these guys are all similar height weight. Burns is 6'5", 250. Kayvon is 6'4", 255. Carter is 6'3", 245. Ironically, Carter is the stockiest build out of all of them, but he honestly, to me, looks smaller than all of them as well.
Yeah.
So, kind of weird. This is the meat and potatoes of the show, though. D-line question from Hawkeye 420. Let's fucking get into it, all right?
This is real ball right here.
All right. Let me pull up notes. Let me pull up notes real quick.
Also, the answer is Herman.
To that question, yeah. To that question, yes, I agree. But I think that let's filter this because I have them by positions. All right. Contrary to consensus, I don't have Mason Graham as the number 1. I have Kenneth Grant as my number 1, fellow Michigan running mate. I just think he is as close as you can be to a Dexter Lawrence type prospect. Not that this carries much value because I was fucking, 15 at the time? When he got drafted, it looked like he was not just a run stopper. And to me, when I watched Kenneth Grant, when I watched Derek Harmon, these guys do not look like just plain run stoppers. These guys look like dudes who can legitimately, in Kenneth Grant's case, play nose tackle. Derek Harmon looks like he can play 1-tech and 2-gap at times, rush the passer on 3rd down from that 1-tech, from that nose tech spot. So those guys are my D-tackle 1 and 2. Mason Graham is number 3 to me. The Patriots just drafted Will Campbell at 4, which pretty much chalk so far.
I don't like that pick. I think I wouldn't take him at 4. I mean, but maybe they tried to trade down. Nobody wanted to.
Who would you have taken at 4?
I'd have taken Membu.
Fair.
Like, they need both tackles, right? So I don't think it matters to prioritize left over right necessarily.
So they do have Michael Onwenu, who can play tackle. I forgot if he got paid to be a tackle for them or not, but he's played tackle before. I know when the Giants were after him last offseason, I wanted him to be a tackle. So I don't think they're shit out of luck if he plays guard.
Trust me, I know. I'm very familiar with Michael Onwenu, Michigan man.
Yeah. Also a big division rival for you as well.
Yeah, I just stay up at night worried about the Patriots every year nowadays.
Yep. They will be busting that ass very shortly with Drake May at the helm.
Yep. Drake May throwing to Kayshon Boutte and Stephon Diggs. Forgot.
After Kenneth Grant, I have Walter Nolan at 4. I'm just not as sold as others on the down and down out consistency with him. I think there's also been some character concern stuff that I don't personally know about, but when you hear it, you just kind of go like, okay, what's that about? That's weird. Then I think the strength of this class is like, you have guys like Tyleek Williams, like you mentioned, Omar Norman Lott. Another guy who I really like, Alfred Collins from Texas. You have so many different guys who I think are very justifiable at pick 34. This guy is more of like a pick 75 type of guy, or 65, excuse me. But Jamari Caldwell, this is somebody who I was put onto by David Syverson from listening to Giants Nation. I didn't really think he stood out when I was watching Derek Harmon, but when I went back, because I kind of respect what he brings to the table when talking prospects, I was like, yeah, this guy's way more rangy as a 6'1", 340 defensive tackle than I thought. I thought he can kind of chase guys down the line, and as long as he holds a good angle, he won't get beat to the edge if he's trying to chase somebody down. So like there's options up and down the board at 65, at even potentially 99, 105 if you want to hold off until then. In short, to answer just specifically the question you asked, I would go Derek Harmon because I think he's a special player. I think there is a chance that year one, Derek Harmon's a star. I don't think there's a chance that year one Mason Graham is Mason Graham. Tyleek Williams is a true star.
Tyleek is like what he is. He's like a great kind of space eater in the middle. He's going to be good first and second down. But that's not a guy that I would be
running.
Yeah, I mean, if the Giants are taking a defensive tackle at the start of the second round, it should not be Tyleek Williams. I mean, even if he's the best tackle left on the board, that's just not the guy that you take there.
Bears pick. Cleveland Browns pick is in. The Browns should have honestly traded back again with the Bears, but
what are the Bears trading up for though? Michael Williams or something?
Ginty.
Oh, that's right. Ben Johnson's like big. He likes his home run hitters.
There's a chance that they miss out on Membo and Ginty, and then I'm not 100% sure where they go.
I mean, the thing is, they're not good. Like, I understand they did some work on the offensive line, but I don't think, they're just not that good of a team right now, which is, again, I don't think it's a big deal because they just finished they got Caleb Williams. They're young. But I would be pretty in on, I don't know, guys, maybe fucking defend Tim Hardaway Jr. might be a good idea. No, if I'm them, I'm probably like, I think you got to still look at this defense. Like, defensive line is still kind of like I'm looking at. If Mason Graham is there, I'd be taking Mason Graham.
I think Mason Graham would go to the Falcons.
Yeah, we'll see.
This is going to be a huge inflection point right here. This Browns number 5 pick. Fucking great analysis by me, fucking dumbass.
Picks in. All right, let's see what the Browns are doing here.
I'm surprised nobody said that the Cleveland Browns is a racist name yet. Is that not like?
It's named after their founder.
Sure. Sure. Mason Graham's off the board. Fucking white defensive tackle, yeah! Yeah, let's go.
He looks so happy to be going to the state of Ohio.
Dude, it's not much different than Michigan, let's be honest.
I mean, look, he's never lost there, so he should
Oh,
feel at home. He's never lost in the state of Ohio.
Oh, they're fucking very familiar with him. I forgot. Very familiar with him. Yeah, the guy looks like he was a fucking wrestler, bro.
Oh yeah. I like how like classic O lineman fit going on here. By the way.
Yeah, just black fucking turtleneck with like a fucking dark colored suit. Still, it's just not black.
Yeah, just yeah.
That's how you know you're fat, bro. You just always dress in dark colors. Trust me, believe me. Fucking can't fool me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like this pick for them. It's kind of interesting that they did like the least splashy thing in all of this, right? They traded down from the Hunter pick, and then they take defensive tackle.
Yeah,
that's like very. It's very like, I don't know how to put it, like measured type of team building, which is surprising because
you're on the hot seat.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's surprising. I mean, I'm actually kind of impressed, and I credit them actually in some ways for it. We'll see. Maybe Travis Hunter makes them regret it, but
I think both of these fucking hot seat teams like just kind of did impress. Like I think the Giants did what they had to do with that pick. I don't think the calls were as hot for the Giants pick. I think the calls were hot for their pick if somebody traded up and took Abdul Carter at 2. And yeah, like these are two very quarterback needy teams with guys on the hot seat who passed up on quarterback for D line. You know, it speaks to how fucking shit the rest of the quarterbacks are, honestly.
Well, I mean, I think they know that like none of the I don't think the Saints are taking quarterback.
No.
So they kind of know that like the first team that might take a quarterback is Pittsburgh. So you're looking at like, and obviously they can only take one. So, you know, if you're not kind of married to any specific guy, you can probably trade into the end of the first round and get somebody you like at that spot. So yeah, I mean, I think that's fine for them anyway, or for many of these teams that still need a quarterback. Like the Giants, like, look, if you want Shador, he might be there. If you want Jackson Dart, he might be there. If you want, you know, any of these guys.
My boy Jalen Milroe, my sweet baby. Yes, Mason Graham is only 6'3", but that is not bad size for a D tackle. You don't want the tackles being too tall.
Mason Graham's 21. He's going to be 22 in September, so he's very young for kind of NFL draft prospects anyway.
Especially on the D line, it's very, very rare.
Yeah, because he started as a true, or he didn't start, but he played real snaps as a true freshman. So he played like a legit 3 years at Michigan. Like there's no redshirt year for him. So pretty impressive.
What's the chances that so the Raiders have both their guys here. Like I think Membo was, it was Kelvin Banks was somebody who was rumored to them. They've been Genty rumors, right? I guess it has to be lineman or Genty for them right here.
That seems, yeah, Genty for they were getting connected to Membu leading up, so I'm kind of wondering if that's where they go here.
So this is like super fucking detective shit, but Pete Carroll tweeted a GIF of Will Smith from, was it Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? I'm not fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. And somebody said that he tweeted that GIF because he stayed with the Banks family, and Kelvin Banks is like pretty much tackle 3 in this class, and they might be going with him.
Well, we're about to find out.
Oh shit!
Genty's awesome, man. He's awesome. Is it the smartest use of your resources? Maybe not, but I don't know. They need weapons. They don't have any skill talent really, like other than Bowers, right? It's just Bowers.
I mean, linebackers are going to be in hell with them. Linebackers are going to be in hell with the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, you got Geno now. You have Genty. You have fucking what's his name, Bowers. So like, look, you have guys now on offense that you feel good about, probably.
Dude, I just want people to know, like, Saquon is 6 foot 220. Ashton Jinty is 5'8", 210. That's so fucking ridiculous to be 5'8", 210. Like,
He's built like a fucking bowling ball, man.
and
It's
just
crazy.
have it be straight muscle, dude. It's fucking crazy. He's a fucking tank and a half. He's a tank and a half, man. He's ridiculous. Like, I'm just happy for him that he was the 6th pick. I'm happy for him that he made it out of college healthy. That he's
Bro, can Josh Hart? What the fuck is this guy doing, man? You got to be fucking kidding me with that. Hold on to the fucking rock, dude, and then you commit the dumbest fucking foul possible. Give me a fucking break with this shit. Like, what are you doing there? And then what are you crying about? Now he's crying about something? Like, shut the fuck up. Give me a fucking break, dude.
Yeah, I'm so done with the Josh Hart fucking 40-minute shit. I'm not even gonna comment on it because I'll end up just popping a blood vessel.
Fucking any other guy on this team is getting fucking reamed out or at least pulled from the fucking game there. What the fuck is that? Like, can you imagine? Could you imagine if Mikal Bridges just did the same fucking thing? Could you imagine the reaction of this fan base? It'd be
5
fucking
first-round picks. 5 first-round picks. That fucking the price on that trade has destroyed people's brains. Like, I know it matters, but does it matter so much to be brought up every single possession of every game?
Fucking they've scored 4 fucking points in this quarter. Like, what? I don't understand what the hell we do at halftime. This is the third game now in this series where we've come out of halftime and played markedly worse. Like, do you fucking adjust anything at halftime?
How's that a travel? Did I miss something?
I didn't look like a travel to me. It looked like he had his pivot the whole way. That's not a travel.
Tibbs has his fucking thumb in his butt for all of halftime, bro. I don't fucking know what else it could be. That's all. Fucking the whole coaching staff has their thumb in their butt during halftime.
Why the fuck are OG and Brunson jumping at the fucking ball there? Like, holy shit, dude. This is ridiculous. You've already fucking blew a 13-point lead in 5 fucking minutes. Good God, bro. All right. So the Jets are here. This is the Jets.
Is the pick in?
No, not yet. But I'm just saying the Jets are on the clock right now. I think it'll be Membu. I'd be surprised. I don't know, but they've done a good job of like keeping it kind of bottled up.
In how credit to Aaron Glenn.
Oh, here we go. JB Bickerstaff crying about something. Like, Jesus, dude.
Just guy's a bitch.
It's endless with him. It's literally the entire game. Like, good God. Yeah, I think it'll be Membu getting some.
It's literally one of two players. It's Membu or it's Tyler Warren. There's nobody else. Although if they picked Kelvin Banks after I say that, it would be very funny.
So Banks is tackle 3 here? Is that
yeah. It's also apparently he carries a lot of guard risk also, but I don't agree on it. I don't agree with a lot of the guard risk stuff in the tackle conversations this year. Question from Hawkeye 420: Who is the Jets GM? Did they fire Douglas? They did. They did fire. They fired Dementia Joe. and they drafted. They hired Darren Moogie, who was a high-ranking Broncos guy. He's been around for a long time. And
Was he
apparently,
with the Rams at one point, or am I making that up?
I don't think so. I'm not positive. But he played a big part in their most recent draft, which was pretty good. And industry like consensus on him is just pretty high from what reports were. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know the ins and outs of like what he's done. I just no way for me to find out that information. Cat, that move is fucking silly. Oh my god.
And one. Oh wow. Let's go. This tough guy gimmick that the Pistons have going on is so fucking annoying, bro.
Hawkeye, I'm 90% positive that like last week there was a report saying the Jets have no interest in Shador. So there you go.
Yeah, I'd be shocked. They haven't been connected with him at all. Yeah, I don't know. This Jets one just feels like Membu. They kind of like want to be, you know, this power running team. I think they're trying to build up their kind of base talent before they go in for a quarterback at some point. You're thinking they probably do that next year. But yeah.
Very funny message here from Retro.
Tibbs is literally just getting carried by crazy shot making. Yeah, look, I mean, I can't act like I don't get pissed and fucking care about the stuff during the games, but this team is just, there's nothing new to discuss. It's kind of boring watching them because we kind of just know what's going to happen at any given time. We know how they're going to deploy their personnel. We kind of know what they're going to do with their players. I don't know. It's like I said, it's just boring. Boring team in that way. Like I like the talent. I like the players. I think there's a lot of things that is good about them. But you know, it's boring in so many ways. That's all I can say, really.
Do you want to know who the Jets took?
I am assuming it is not Membu based on that. But
no, it is Membu.
The pick is in, right? It is Membu? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So bookend tackle is there for the Jets.
Look, if I'm a Jets fan, I'd be pretty excited about this.
Yeah, I'd be stoked.
They have like a legit offensive line now. Like, and there's no holes. They got a left tackle. They have a guard. They have a center. They have a right guard. They have a right tackle. So, you know, bro, this fucking thing with like Brunson gets fucking moved. Get the fuck up the court, man. Jesus, this fucking team is so fucking stupid. It's unbelievable. And Tibbs does nothing to make this fucking guy's life easier. Like, this is the third fucking year we know that teams are just going to press the shit out of Brunson. But yeah, let's do nothing about it. Let's never actually make it easier for him to bring the ball up the floor. That's his second fucking 8-second violation of the series, by the way. Wake up, man.
Having an 8-second violation, like, more than once in a season is not, like, okay. And somehow we're still winning this game right now. Whatever.
Yeah. This team is just stupid. They're not coached well. They're not creative. I don't really know what else there is to say about it. We've been talking about this shit all year. So, yeah, NFL draft. Good stuff. All right, Panthers on the board here. This is a big pick for Colin. I mean, defensive line, anything on defense is pretty much good for them. Their defense is was horrible last year. I'm not sure they have a single guy in that defense that would start other than like J.C. Horn for the vast majority of teams in the league. It's like Horn and I guess Derek Brown when he gets back. But what did he do? Did he rupture his Achilles last year?
I want to say it was a tricep tear, but like that's two very different injuries.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I just remember he was out for the season. That's why I was wondering. Triceps obviously much less concerning.
Yeah. It was a knee injury. It probably was an ACL.
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
No specific thing on the internet. The internet, when you need it, is so fucking stupid and useless. I'm assuming it's an ACL if he was out for a year with knee injury. So yeah. Oh, meniscus injury. Not as bad. Definitely not as bad.
It's a meniscus tear, you said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not as bad. But I think you want defensive line here. I don't think it matters. You can go edge, you can go tackle. Either one is fine for them because they just have no defensive talent really on that roster. Obviously, it's too early for a linebacker, but
Yeah.
they'll need to get a linebacker at some point. They'll need to get another corner, safety. Like, yeah, I mean, good for them. This is actually a good defensive draft. There's value at safety, there's value at corner, there's value at defensive tackle. Edge is it's a pretty good edge class, I think. Maybe not an elite edge class, but a pretty good edge class. Hawkeye asked you this. I forgot if I asked this, Con. At all time, who do you want next to Dex? If not a rookie we take, who would you draft to be next to him?
You did. I'm trying to think of like if there's like anybody who's not a rookie who's still available that I might want to get, but other than like Linval Joseph being a fucking midseason acquisition every year, there's not really any D tackle names. I assuming that they're not going to take a D tackle at number 2 at the second round pick. I want Alfred Collins in round 3. That's who I want. If we're going with any type of like day 3 guy, if we're taking a day 3 guy, I might want like Joshua Farmer from FSU, or I wouldn't take the shot on Dean Walker, honestly, at this point. I think the word out there is that he's just a fat piece of shit. So I shouldn't say that. That's fucking really mean. He's
Yeah, the word on this guy is he's just a fucking asshole, and everybody hates him.
Apparently, I'm not making that up. Apparently, he is like a really big asshole. Apparently, he doesn't care about being in shape, and he's just generally lazy. And it sucks when somebody who's so naturally gifted just doesn't let themselves shine. When it's time to turn on the tape. I think like you have a guy like Tim Smith, maybe. Like I'm just thinking of guys who are projected to be like round 5, 6, so I might have a 1 round earlier grade on. Him, Tonka Hemingway is like, these are guys who played SEC ball, were able to survive as a lead D tackle on their roster, and project to have NFL size. You're not like there's no technicians available in the 4th, 5th round. There's no like supreme versatility or anybody who has like an elite pass rush skill set. So at that point, you're just looking for guys to clog gaps.
Retro says Hart is complaining even when he's not involved in the play. I actually don't think I thought he was talking to the bench because he's been on a SAR, and I think they want him to kind of like leave a SAR open and help on the drives. But I don't. It looked like he was confused maybe about what exactly they want him to do. So that's what I thought it was anyway.
Collins Panthers have taken a wide receiver.
Ted McMillan?
Yep.
I hate that pick. I hate that pick, bro. I think receiver in this draft there's not a guy that's worth taking at 8. Not a guy. I do not like I don't mind reaching for a receiver or even overvaluing taking one just because your weapons were so bad last year. And you have a young quarterback, obviously, so you want to get him some help. But like, I don't know, man. Ted McMillan, that's not it. And wasn't he somebody that they were talking about? Like, does he love the game? Are we sure this guy loves the game? I think he was getting some of those.
He
those
did that
concerns.
stuff because he said he doesn't watch like tape in his free time. That's like something that he said. Whether it matters or not, I'm not going to speak on that and decide that. But
for wide receiver, I'm like, that's fine.
It's you're not a you're not a Mike linebacker. You're fine.
Yeah, if you can read the coverages when you're on the field, that's fine.
Yeah. The one thing I will say though is like 9, 10, 11, it's Saints, Bears, Niners. Those guys aren't going receiver. At 12, is it like do you have like the Falcons at 12? Was that who it was? Let me see. So we have Cowboys at 12. Maybe they would have taken him, but I highly doubt it.
Let them. This is my point. Like, I just don't think there's that. This is not like a holy shit, what a gap there is between like Ted McMillan and whoever the fuck else.
Well, like let's say he doesn't go to the Cowboys. The Dolphins are not drafting a receiver. The Colts aren't with Pittman and Josh Downs. The Falcons aren't with Drake May and Darnell Mooney. The Cardinals aren't with Marvin Harrison. I don't think that he's a fit next to Tet. The Bengals aren't with Jamar Chase. Maybe the Seahawks do now that they traded DK, but that is the earliest that you probably think they would draft a receiver at 18. So maybe they couldn't work the phones for a trade down. I'm not, knowledgeable to speak on those conversations, but feels like they could have squeezed some juice out of this orange that they just kind of leave it on the table.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's just a weird pick to me. Like I don't think Tet is that good to warrant like taking at that point.
This is a big draft for need instead of drafting best player pick. Just how like calling it what it is. That's just kind of what it is right now. He's not like Drake London, where it's like elite hands, elite size, elite physicality. I don't know, man. I don't know. Drake London also did it. Like they both were early breakout guys, like producing before their junior season. Do I think Ted McMillan is good? Yeah, like he was one of the 2 first-round grade receivers who I have, him and Burden.
Saints pick is in.
Who do I think it is?
Jackson Dart, baby. Let's go. Let's please get this.
If they drafted Jackson Dart, I'd honestly like be kind of like happy.
Kind of. I think one, you should be happy, but more than anything, you should laugh. You should laugh. Like I was listening to the Athletic NFL pod today, and Robert Mays was just like, he was like, I kind of get why you want a quarterback because Derek Carr is like maybe just like quitting on you, but he's also like, I also don't think you have to take one with the first round pick. Like you could just fucking, he's like, just play Spencer Rattler this year. Who cares? Like just be bad, and that's okay. You don't need to be good. You don't need to try to be good.
Like I feel like NFL owners should just understand that they're gonna suck ass, like on a specific year. Yeah, bro, it's fine. Like you're not in the NBA, you can fucking tank it out for one season. That's how I feel about it personally. I know the whole fucking these guys need jobs and guys are playing for jobs and yada yada. It's all valid stuff, but the NFL turnarounds are so quick, and one draft class like really can set you up for a half decade of success. So if you have to fucking go into the season with Rattler and like pay Jacoby Brissett to be your quarterback too,
Dude, Jacoby Brissett's awesome. I fucking love that guy. He's just like every year, he's just like, all right, who wants me to get my ass kicked for the first 6 weeks of the season? Who's paying me to just get my ass kicked behind a shitty offensive line for the first 6 weeks of the season before you get your before you're comfortable putting your rookie in?
And the Saints went tackle. They took Calvin Banks.
Okay.
So the 3 tackles are off the board. Tet's off the board. Will Johnson is still here. Will Johnson's probably going to San Francisco.
Maybe. I mean, wasn't there all that stuff about his medicals being shit?
Yeah, but like I don't know how much I buy those reports. Like, didn't he come back and play?
No. He never came back and played last year. But like, I mean, I get why last year he did come back and play. It makes sense.
If the Cowboys get Colston Loveland, I'm gonna fucking be angry.
What's the foul call there? How is that a foul call? He's got his hand on the fucking ball the whole way.
Forgot that there's a game on for the Knicks.
Dude, that's a horrible call. Are you kidding me?
Are they not challenging this?
I think they're keeping it because they got only one challenge left, right? So I think they're keeping it, which is fine. I understand. Of course, Ron Holland, I don't know what the hell there's. I'm just guessing Ron Holland's a terrible free throw shooter, but he has not missed in this game from the free throw line. So classic stuff.
Hawkeye, yes. He did. His girlfriend did almost drop their baby. I saw that.
She was just super excited.
That was actually really fucking funny. Good fucking screen from Josh there.
So I guess we're not getting campaign at all in the second half. Is that what's happening here?
That's a horrible shot from OG.
It is, but you have Mitch and Hart on the floor. Like, of course they'll probably make this shit. Oh wow, he didn't. Nice, we survived.
That's a goaltend? Yeah. Sorry, I'm doing.
Yep. That's a goaltend. Has to be.
Thing.
No, you're fine. Bro, I just want this game to end so I can just watch the draft in peace. Like, can I sim? Can I just sim through time? So I can just watch the fucking draft and not fucking have to worry about these assholes for a couple of days? Bro, stop fucking fouling this guy. Just let him do stupid shit at the rim if he wants, man.
The Knicks fucking foul every time. The fucking draft feels the need for everybody to come up here and make a fucking fool out of themselves every third pick. Like, please just announce what the fucking.
I mean, is that even a foul?
Let me go back and rewind it a little bit.
I don't know if that was a foul. It just looks like he's wildly out of control there. I got to look up what the hell this guy's shooting from the free throw line this season. I'm convinced he's a terrible free throw shooter.
If you're telling me that Ron Holland was out of control, I would not be in the least bit surprised.
Ron Holland shot. Oh, surprising. Actually, 75% from the free throw line. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, pal.
Fair enough, laddie.
Yeah.
Josh Hart is still out there. And you don't even have... No, you do have Brunson. Okay, never mind. But, like, there's no other creator. It's fucking OG is your second option. And it's just fucking Jesus Christ.
Bro, you got to get some fucking spacing on the floor here. This is wild. He's just...
This is what it would look like on defense. You know how people do the like, fucking hypothetical, like, oh, could Duke beat an NBA team? Like, this is what the spacing would look like if you had 5 guys who are college-level shooters.
This is just...
And it's purely because 2 guys debilitate this team so much.
Yeah, Deuce! That's a big-time shot. He fucking burned him on that move before the inbound too.
On the cutback, and then he got screened.
Yeah. He sold that route.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yep, he dropped the hips.
Yo, Mitch, you have got to get a fucking rebound here, man. What the hell? Nah, come on. That's on Mitch, bro. Mitch has to get that rebound.
Oh my fucking god, Goodell's doing this fucking kumbaya shit, bro.
The NFL, dude, they care so much about like just, people. And,
Yeah.
and
They care so much about justice and fucking doing
they're so legit, bro. The thing that that I always like try to remember is that multi-billion-dollar corporations are like they really care about humanity.
They fucking like.
So I think what do you think the Bears are doing here? Do we know? What do you think? I think edge.
I could see them going edge. All right, they haven't announced the pick yet. I'm gonna guess that they are going. I could see them going tight end. No, they paid Kmet, even though I don't love him. They wouldn't draft a tight end. I think
good job by Brunson getting the ball across the floor there, across half court. That was big.
This is probably anything D-line. I wouldn't be surprised if they take like a Kenneth Grant or
Josh, let's go. Let's go. Yes, Josh Hart did do something, and he did something very well. Kudos to Josh Hart. Oh, lovely.
Oh, I told you. Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go.
Wow.
Get your ass on the fucking bench, Cole Kmet. You fucking suck. I fucking hated him for so long, bro. He's such a fucking klutz with the ball. Let's go. I'm shocked. I'm shocked they picked Loveland over Warren. Like, with Ben Johnson there, I'm shocked.
I guess they know ball.
Yeah, I guess so. How special. Back-to-back Michigan men coming off the board here after the Niners take Will Johnson.
I don't know, man. I know he's like has all the measurements.
The pick just got submitted immediately.
Yeah, they're just like, yep, we're good. Nope. We don't need the 10 minutes, pal. Maybe they're gonna take Tyler Warren. George Kittle. Get ready to learn trade block, buddy. Yeah, look, I love Loveland. He's great. He's awesome. He's not as explosive for sure as Tyler Warren, but I do think he's like a more polished player.
He's just more of a strider, right? Like he's 6'6".
He's smooth. He's really smooth. Warren's like more of he's got like a brute kind of strength to his game.
It's like a beautiful brutality type thing.
Yeah. Loveland is way more like smooth. Yeah, he's like a smooth operator out there. He reminds me of Josh Hart. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's what I think of.
When I think of like a smooth game, it's always Josh Hart for me.
I think this is very interesting now. Because this is going to come up in the next 10 picks. First of all, excuse me for fucking ripping a burp just now. Sorry.
H22 says fucking amazing game from Hart right now, man, and McCall. Yeah, Josh Hart has done some insanely annoying things, but he's also like he's definitely maxing out tonight. You can see it on the glass. I don't know what the hell his rebounding numbers even are right now, but he's been fucking really battling on the glass today.
And then in regards to what you were saying before, Retro, I think you're going to get a trade up after the Steelers pick. I think the Giants know that the Steelers don't want Jackson Dart. And I think they'll settle in around 24-ish to 25-ish.
I think what it really would beg the question, right, is if they take Jackson Dart and he's really good, Are we sure the Giants shouldn't fire Joe Shane and hire his son?
His son might be the best quarterback evaluator of all time. Hey, he'll get a job off of that shit, bro. Let me fucking tell you.
That Jaden Daniels one is actually hilarious, though.
He's just, bro, this kid's on the couch, flicking the football up in the air. He's like, who should I draft, son? Fucking, I don't know, and trade up for Jaden Daniels.
Bro, Landry Shamet thought he was coming into the game, and they were just like, no, bro. Just sit on the bench. You're good.
This is real war, bro. You don't know nothing about this. Let's go, Mitch.
I need Mitch and OG to like occasionally catch a ball cleanly. Just every now and then would be nice.
Good pass, Carl.
Mitch, catch the fucking ball, bro. Come on.
Yep. That's so insane. That's not a technical foul.
Yeah, that's not a tech. We can do finger points in somebody's face now? Okay. All right. So Beasley is just allowed to like manhandle Cat. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you for they committed like 5 fucking fouls on that possession before they called.
Mitch is a fucking grown man. Dern, you're a fucking baby, bro.
I just don't understand how this is not a technical.
It's because it's the Pistons, bro. How do the Knicks fucking get fucked every year in this shit, man? How do they get fucked every year when it comes to how the games are officiated?
And then he's got to do his, like, dude, I'm so sick of this try-hard bullshit fucking Pistons crap, man. Give me a break. Shoot it.
Yeah. 3 fouls on one possession, you fucking clowns.
I don't know what he's complaining about. That's just like an obvious foul. And it was a dumb fucking foul.
Dude, whatever, bro. Like, it's so fucking whack. I didn't want to use that word, but I had to settle on it.
I know what you were going to say. All right.
Good pass, Mitch.
Shoot the fucking ball. Shoot the fucking ball, man. Come on.
That's really smooth.
Like, Jesus, you did 3 guys pass up a 3 there. Oh, Mikal, that was sweet. Yeah. They needed that. All right. Are we going to get this 49ers pick? It's been in for like 25 minutes here.
I mean, honestly, dude, like the next 3 picks are probably in. They're coming to the podium.
I like Schefter's little cardigan thing he's got going on there. Oh, well, let's go.
He's so cool.
You got Josh Hart in now? Okay. Who did he come in for?
Dude, they're fucking doing a fucking service thing, bro. It's been an hour and a half. We're fucking a third of the way in. We're gonna be here until 12:30.
Bro, this lineup is fucking disgusting that he has on the floor right now. You've got Payne, Mikal, Hart. Oh, okay, not bad. I thought for whatever reason, I thought that he had taken out OG and put Hart in. And I was like,
Mitch is coming in right now.
So Mitch is in for OG now? Yeah, they're taking OG out because Cade's sitting. This lineup is, this is not great. Not sure I like the spacing here. Oh my god.
I hate to like sound like a broken record. I think that could have very easily been a foul call too.
Could have. I don't mind. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that.
Like I'm not gonna say that it's rigged because that wasn't called, but
Mitch, are you kidding me, man? Get the fucking rebound. What the fuck is that? Good God, bro. What the fuck are you looking at there? I don't know. Michael Williams to the Niners, by the way.
oh, is that I turned it off because they weren't announcing the pick.
Yeah, Michael Williams.
That's interesting to say the least.
Didn't they use him a little bit of linebacker at Georgia too? Like outside linebacker?
That was Jalen Walker.
Okay.
I do like Michael going to a situation where he is not the primary edge. I think that's huge. Like off of Bosa, I think he's gonna play really great. How did you just miss that? Thank you.
Fine. Mitch covered him. I have no idea how hard. Not that he just missed it, but he missed it like so. As soon as it left his hands, I was like, no way. That's not going in. Oh, nice cat.
That's a bad shot to me.
Josh needed to pass that to him.
Mitch!
Bro, what is going on with him? He's not fucking like he's like neither boxing out Paul Reed nor going and getting the ball. Yeah, Brunson.
How did he make that?
That's a crazy shot.
Look at Tobias throwing elbows after the fucking whistle's blown.
The Knicks are doing a good job of not taking the bait so far.
Let's go. Back to football. Bring me back to America's sport. Who are the Cowboys taking?
Their pick is it. There was talk about them taking Golden, which I think would be nuts. They took Tyler.
Oh my
Booker.
god!
I'm not a fan of this pick.
That's a reach.
His testing, from what I saw, was like I think tape obviously matters the most. One, Alabama's offensive line was not exactly like amazing, and I don't think his tape was particularly amazing from what I've heard.
Yeah.
But his measure, like his combine stuff, apparently was god awful, like really bad stuff.
So the thing is, this is a very different pick than like Will Campbell and Kelvin Banks. Like I don't think there's any shot he's a tackle in the NFL. He's on the he's presented on the draft as a guard. If you're talking about interior O-line, there's probably 3 or 4 guys who I'd take over him. Alabama's not exactly a factory for linemen either, so there's that part of it. I think it's one of those high floor, low ceiling picks, and I don't do that at 12. Like I don't approve of that at 12. I think it's pretty anti Will McClay for him to go with this kind of pick. You look at what they've gone with before, like they went with Zach Martin, right? But he was a tackle who slid inside, and that was in the mid to late 20s. This is a guard who is like no shot at going out and kicking out to the perimeter, and you're taking him right outside of the top 10. A little weird. You throw in the poor testing, you throw in a little bit of I don't want to say inconsistency, but he was a bit inconsistent. Like it's just kind of what it has to be. Everybody's going to be a bit inconsistent in college when you play SEC talent every week, but when you aren't dominating and you don't test well and you're a guard, that's a tough recipe for the 12th overall pick.
And we've also got to say, the SEC is
not the best conference in college.
it's a DEI conference nowadays.
Yes, yeah. Full of criminals and thugs, thanks to Georgia.
No, but like, the SEC isn't as good as it once was. So I think that kind of pedigree that you could chalk up to in the past, even Bama itself, right, is not as talented as they were. Like, I know they made the college football playoff the year before, not this past season, but the year before that. But like, I didn't think, I mean, that wasn't viewed as like a vintage Bama team either, like, so that I think some of these programs, their top programs, have dropped off a little bit, and the conference has dropped off overall with NIL and shit. So yeah, dude, that his lift of Goodell was amazing.
He probably had like a couple like pops in his spine. He definitely he just had a chiropractor visit just now. Goodell. Do you feel like this is something that I keep coming back to? Like, I really liked Michael. Pick 11, it's kind of high. Jalen Walker got a lot of this buzz as a super versatile linebacker who can drop into coverage or rush the passer. I never thought that he was like a top 10 to 12 to 15 guy. Booker here feels like a reach. Will Campbell, right? Like, still felt like a reach at 4, even though I'm a big fan. I feel like a lot of the guys who've gone, like specifically coming from the SEC, have been taken very high, and it might just be because some of the bigger, better tools guys were at the smaller schools, and they don't want to take him, even though they might be a better prospect, just because of who they played against. That's how it kind of looks to me right now. Like, if you're looking at interior line, Gray's able, if you look at measurables and like consistency on tape. I know it's weird because he's from NDSU, but he hits the threshold of there's a specific cutoff for the shuttle test. And the hit rate for interior linemen who get underneath that score is fantastic. And he hit it. So just based off of little things like that, you'd assume he's going to be a top 25 pick. You'd assume if there is a run on interior O-line, he's probably one of the first, second, or third gone. Just questionable to me. It's Will McClay. He always seems to get the line right over there. So it's something that we'll see. But as a Giants fan, when they said Tyler Booker, I was a little bit.
Oh, Mikkel! Oh, yeah. That was a fucking dime by Brunson, too.
Is my fucking baby doing something? Damn. Dennis Schroeder is a fucking thorn in my fucking.
Did you not have it on before this?
I've found that flipping back and forth is much more effective for me.
I think what's been effective is you not watching.
Okay.
That's what I found, actually, based on my extensive studies in this.
I'm not gonna lie, I went like 10 minutes without watching, and we had a 13-point lead when I tuned back in. Cat is fucking incredible, man.
Ooh,
Cat?
Mouse in the house?
Yep.
All right, we're just not gonna call it blatant toss-offs now.
Just wouldn't look at this one.
What? Yes, I did.
Hawkeye said, "Did Schwinn just orgasm?" By the way, for those not listening,
this used to be a team that routinely made us orgasm.
Mm.
People forget that.
They've stopped coming. They've stopped coming.
Bro, can OG be fucking serious there? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Great job, guys. All right, Con, time for you to change the channel, pal.
Fucking seriously, dude. All right, I'm fucking out.
That's OG, man. You just gotta, come on. Just dump it off the cat. He's right next to you. Bro, get an actual good shot, please. God damn it, bro. This team is so fucking stupid.
Dennis Schroeder is 4 of 6 from 3.
I know. All right. Dolphins pick is in. This is huge for me. Let's see what they do. If they take corner, I think that means Jalen Ramsey, they found a trade or something.
Yep, was bad to say that. Yep. I also think they might be switching schemes once they trade him. Look at that second D tackle off the board. That's actually a fucking way out of left field pick for them.
Who was it?
Kenneth Grant.
They took Kenneth Grant. That's interesting.
I mean, good for them finally getting bigger, faster, stronger up front. But it's a bit late for that.
Yeah, that's surprising. I guess they're trying to make up for losing what's his name? Huh?
Calais? Oh, no, he was on the Falcons last year. I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking about he went to the fucking
Christian Wilkins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we fucked that up. We need to replace him a year later. Yeah, I like Kenneth Grant. I love Kenneth Grant. So unfortunate that I have to hate it had to be him. Hate it has to be him.
Him next to Zach Sealer is going to be pretty good combo.
Yeah. Sealer's, I feel like that guy always plays well against the Bills. But yeah, he's a good player. Grant and him is good. Who's the edge they took last year? Chop was good last year.
Robinson's good, yeah. Like they should be. If I was them, I would dump Bradley Chubb for a 6th-round pick.
Chubb's terrible. He's like never healthy. I don't remember the last time he actually played like meaningful snaps. But yeah, Kenneth Grant's amazing. He's a fucking beast. He's really good against the run. I think he's got pass rushing upside. I think he's a guy that can probably end up being a 3-down defensive tackle, maybe 2.5 initially. But yeah, unfortunate that he had to go to the stupid Miami Dolphins, the evil Miami Dolphins.
He'll this is my bold prediction that nobody will remember if it ever happens. They'll go into a rebuild at some point. Because they're gonna make some trades this year where they'll send out draft picks to try to salvage the season. When he is due for an extension, he'll get traded to somebody who is a contender. That's how I think that'll play out. Like he's a fucking animal.
Retro asks, how are any of these games close? What an indictment on this team and coach. This game is close because the Knicks constantly have this amazing ability to do stupid things. I don't know how Schroeder is complaining about that.
And he just acting like a complete fucking dickhead too. Like looking down on him and smiling.
Like how are you complaining about this? That's just a blatant foul.
Fucking dude, you're so fucking smug, man. Looking down on him and smiling. Who do you think?
This is what I'm saying. They're trying to bait the Knicks. The Knicks they have to stay away from any of this stuff. Oh yeah, Jalen.
God, you're fucking so disgusting, Jalen.
All right, can we get a fucking stop and a rebound? Can we do that? Are we allowed to do that? How is that a foul?
What?
How is that a foul? For what? For going over the fucking screen? Come on, man. What are we doing here? Tyler Warren to the Colts.
Yeah, that tracks. They were
That was
going
that was
to
kind of
trade up
tough.
for him. Yeah, they were going to trade up for him, and they sat back and waited. Good for them.
Do not help. Let him. It's fine. Do not help. Do not help.
Dude, Brunson's effort on defense and down the stretch in these games. That's why he'll win, but he can win a championship as the guy on a basketball team. Like the effort he plays with and the fucking physicality he plays with on defense is just awesome.
Oh,
yeah, Jalen.
Bro, that's such a terrible jump ball call. I mean, they had it. They actually had the ball, but like, there's no way that was a jump.
Look at him diving on the floor, man. Look at him. Trae Young doesn't do that shit. All right? Trae Young, Kyrie, Luka Doncic, they don't fucking do that shit. All right? So if you want to keep putting him in these fucking Trae Young conversations, these Kyrie conversations, fucking blow me, bro. Fucking blow me. It's fucking so disrespectful.
Oof. Duran's close to he's got 5. They gotta
Also,
go at him.
Jalen's holding his neck. He took a shot.
He'll be fine. He's a grown man. He's got a big head, right? Says Josh Hart's favorite thing. Talk about.
Yep. Hopefully it cushioned the blow.
Imagine if he wins this tip. Oh, man. Bro, Bickerstaff is literally a joke, man. Give me a fucking break with this guy. Get him off the fucking court. Oh my God! Thank you, Jalen Duren.
Bro.
You are phenomenal. You are phenomenal. Please call a timeout if you cannot get a good aim down here.
They're in the coffin corner.
Yeah, that's fine. They got it out. Thank God. Please make that. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go, Cat. Oh yeah.
Did you see what he said? He said, "That's nice." Yeah, we're so much better than these guys. We're so much better than them.
Hawkeye 420 says, if Luka Doncic does that, California will have an earthquake.
Bro, like on the Richter scale, bro, that shit might be a 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're so much
bro.
better.
That move. Look at where he shot that, man. He's fading like to the baseline there. It's basically behind the basket. That's tough, man. That's a tough shot.
Shwan, you've talked about Cat's defense, right?
Yeah. I think he's been good tonight. You can tell. Look, whatever you want to say about the team and whatever, and the coach, and we can talk about all that stuff. We've talked about it plenty. You can't watch a game like this tonight and tell me that like this is not about toughness and effort and shit like that. Like, it's about execution. It's about making shots, obviously. I think for the most part, their defense has been a lot better tonight. Again, like consistently, it's been pretty good, I think, throughout this playoffs. The one thing I would say is like end of game situation. You're up 7. Do not gamble. Do not help off of shooters for no fucking reason. Do not gamble. Make them go 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I brought that up just because of Retro's comment here. Also to add on to it, 30 points on 10 of 17 shooting. Just kind of elite, especially when you see the type of shots he's made down the stretch. Just the touch has been insane.
Up.
Let's go. Another fucking great play from Cat.
Yeah. Also, Josh, you do not need to help there. Hart got screened on that. Just get it across.
Do you like Josh bringing it up instead of Mikhail?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think Josh, I trust him more with the ball. Like in that specific situation. Bro, that's stupid, Cat. Come on, you can't do that. That's stupid. No, that's dumb. No, I disagree. I think they're always going to call that. He sold it. That's fine. You can't turn into him. You don't need to turn into him.
They always call that.
Yeah, you don't need to turn into him here. That's my thing. All right, thank you for not. Yeah, I have no idea how they scored. Oh my god, this fucking team, man.
Timeout. Do we even have one?
Yeah, we have two.
Okay.
That's a defensive 3.
Duran's just fucking camped. Let's
Nice,
fucking go, Pat!
Chill. Okay, or don't. Don't listen to me. Get back.
He's ass naked. What a board.
Bro, call a timeout. Get it across. Please call a timeout.
Come on.
Or not.
Fucking
yeah! Let's go, Jalen.
What a fucking special player.
Yes.
Fucking special player.
All right. Falcons pick is in.
It's gonna be fucking from West Bumblefuck.
Bro, I swear to God, if we do anything, just give up fucking layups. I do not care. Give up a layup here.
Fuck.
What do you think the Falcons are doing? Defense? Just anything on defense? I have a pick for them that I would like. Walter Nolan.
I wouldn't take him over Harmon, especially for what they need.
I just like I get what you're saying. I do think Harmon's a better prospect. There's a ceiling with Nolan that I think is like kind of insane, but it's a much bigger risk. I would just roll the dice if I were them because I think they can and maybe should roll the dice.
What's the chances they go edge? -1.5? Yeah.
Yep. Walker. Okay.
Yeah.
So do they play a 4-3 or 3-4?
I think they're 4-3, if I remember correctly.
All right. We'll talk about this once.
The Knicks are back on.
Yep.
Yeah.
How? Just fucking switch that. Holy shit. Oh my God, man. Just fucking switch that shit.
Let's go.
Oh, all right. Yeah, Tobias Harris doesn't think it's a foul. I guess we should listen to him.
Fuck him.
Fucking dumbass from Long Island. Fouled him like 3 times on that play.
Let's go. Come on, Cat.
If we weren't on a live stream, I'd probably just turn this game off and wait for an alert from The Athletic because I am fucking shitting my pants right now.
I'm oddly like calm right now because
let's not jinx it, Con.
Yeah.
All right, please do not give up an easy fucking 3 for the love of God. Press up. Press up. What the fuck are you doing, man?
Oh my God. Don't foul. Please help the ball. That's not a foul. Okay.
Bro, I do not understand this fucking thing. Stop letting them roll the fucking ball up the fucking floor, man. Good God.
That was unbelievable. If OG picks Cade up there, you're burning at least 4 seconds off the clock.
It's ridiculous. Or Brunson can just go over there. He can just go over and go back
and
to
then recover.
Yeah. Insane end of game strategy, man. Insane end of game strategy. Like, go fucking make them run the. Oh, all right. You got to be fucking kidding me, man.
We're taking out Cat
for Mitch. Like, you've got to. This is. They're hunting threes. They're hunting threes. You're up 5, hopefully 6. All right.
Let's go.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
I mean, it's fucking magic. I don't know. Don't foul.
Get the fucking rebound, Mitch.
Didn't even
Come on. What the fuck are you out there for? Nope. Yep.
Let's go. Come the God damn!
Are you called? He's screaming for the fucking timeout. Yo, this ref show is a fucking joke.
Honestly, if I was Mikhail, I'd slap it into the front court.
Oh my God. No way.
Come on, man!
That's the one fucking. Why are you tapping it forward?
You need to volleyball spike it, because if you volleyball spike it, the clock starts running and it's fucking rolling into the fucking out of bounds on the other side of the court.
How is that?
Instead you fucking tap it.
And why is Josh Hart running away?
They'll do anything in their power to lose this game. Anything in their power, they'll do it.
Oh my God, man. Just make a free throw. That's it. Just make a free throw. Make both, hopefully, but make one.
And if you make one free throw and miss the other, and they still advance the ball, don't even contest a fucking shot.
Yes. Walter Nolan to the Cardinals, 16.
Yeah, that's.
So I think we're getting the run on tackles here.
Who's 18? Who's 17?
Seattle. Seattle's 18. Cincinnati 17.
Cincinnati.
If I'm the Bengals, I'm taking Harmon.
Yeah, Cincinnati's gonna take Harmon. That's yeah, exactly right. When you said it, I was thinking that.
Dude, that was so close to a backcourt.
Yeah, I shit myself.
Also, he had OG wide open into the hoop. That's what he's telling Mikal. He's like, throw it into the backcourt.
Also, I just think it should be noted, if you catch the ball and your foot is half on or half ahead, half behind, you are entitled to the backcourt.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so nice. I mean, the crowd is booing. They're obviously fucking stupid and don't know the rules.
All right, let's go.
Touches the ball. Oh, man.
That's backcourt.
That's a backcourt violation.
Did he touch the ball, though, or did he let it go?
I don't know, but it looks like he touched the ball, and then it would be a backcourt.
Dude, they got to get Mikal off this inbounding shit. He's so fucking weak with it. All right, make this. Oh, my God.
God damn it.
Bro, just end this game. Like, fucking hell. This team is fucking ridiculous.
Well, there's going to be a post game, so I don't even know if I can live stream if the Giants trade up for a quarterback. Which, by the way, we want to make this clear. The rundown will be not done on this live stream.
Yeah, there's a separate rundown. So if you want the post game, that'll be with Prez and Miranda. That'll be a separate thing. We're just going to do draft stuff on here after this fucking game's over, which is hopefully in about 3 seconds. That would be fucking fantastic. Also, they should not be allowed to advance the ball, by the way.
They passed after the free throw, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I think Cade may have dribbled too. So I don't think.
But once you pass it, like it's done.
I don't think they're advancing it.
Unless they gave him the timeout. Like unless he was calling the timeout like right there.
Did they add any time back on?
They added 0.4.
So it's what, 3 seconds? 3.2? Yeah, okay. Yeah. So then they may have given them the advancement too.
All right, literally don't play defense. Or just have 5 guys stand around on the perimeter. That's all I would do. Mitch on the floor here, really. That's fine. Honestly, just miss the free throw. Miss both free throws for all I give a shit.
No, we need our points per game, actually.
That was really smart by Brunson, too. He just ran to the corner as soon as he... All right, I need triple zeros on this clock so badly, just so I can, know. Yeah, just so I can, know. Yes, it's over. We've done it. The pick is in for the Bengals. I don't know who it is. What the fuck is he complaining about now?
What is he throwing his arms up for, dude? Dude, if they didn't give you the foul, the game was over. So what are you fucking bitching about? Fucking idiot, man.
Dude, this guy, he'd literally complain about anything. All right. They're better off missing this, by the way. You are better off missing this.
They have a timeout, right?
They don't have a timeout.
Oh, it's regardless.
Bro, this game has taken fucking...
You can't even shoot this with 0.5.
No, you can. You can catch and shoot for 0.5.
Yeah, he missed it. Game time.
It doesn't matter. It's 0.3 once they catch it. It's 0.3 it's 0.2 once they catch it.
Also, they think they're so smart. The ball was about to hit their feet. I'm pretty sure.
This ref show is a joke, man. What the fuck are we reviewing here?
They're reviewing this. Yeah, they're reviewing this. Whatever. I'm so fucking done, dude. We're going up until pick 20, and then that's gonna be it, dude. I don't know. This is fucking.
They literally gave them a chance to win this game for no reason. This is on the scores table. They're just running the clock there for no fucking reason.
Look, as long as they cannot call a fucking timeout from there and advance it, that's all I care about.
That's crazy. That is fucking crazy that the scores table did that. What the fuck is the review here?
Holy shit. Shamar Stewart to the Bengals. I do not hate it at all, but I did not think he'd go that early. Wow. That might be the Hendrickson replacement after this season. Not that I think they're similar players, but they're both kind of like that tweener build. Can be an edge in a 4-3, but can also be like a 3 tech at times and win.
Why is Brunson on the floor here? This is a joke. They literally benefited from this fucking asinine bullshit. Oh my God, man. This is fucking absurd.
That was a violation, first of all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Fuck yourself, Jalen Duren. Fuck you, Detroit.
They just didn't call a violation. That was very.
Why is Tibbs calling a timeout? What the fuck do you need to discuss here? You've got to be kidding me. There's 0.5 seconds left.
That's a fucking violation.
Yeah, he's running up the floor too, by the way.
Wow. Wow. All right, I've decided that pick 20 is where we're gonna end.
Wow, you're not gonna let me do the Bills. That's fucking ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I don't think we can have multiple live streams at once. Pretty sure.
Is that okay? Is that the case?
I think so.
All right. Well then, sorry to all of you. We should probably get the fuck out of here once this game is over. But yeah, there will be a post game. Prez and Miranda will be on, so you can tap in for that.
I'm just very surprised the Bengals took fucking. There we go. Game time.
Thank you.
Good win.
Thank you.
I'm shocked they took Shamar Stewart. I don't know if they'll develop him, but that was like pretty much edge 2. I think
If I'm the Bills, I'm trying to trade up ahead of Pittsburgh to get Harmon. That's my hot take.
I don't think any team coming up until Pittsburgh is taking D tackle.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the Seahawks took Byron Murphy last season. The Bucks do not have a D-line need. And Denver has Zach Allen among many others. So, yeah. Do we want to hop out or wait for a couple more picks? on my move.
We can wait for a couple more picks.
Yeah.
You seem way too eager for this, Con. All right. That was a 3-hour fucking game, by the way. What a joke.
Dude, I'm locked. The Seahawks. Could the Seahawks take Luther Burden? I'd kind of fuck with that right here.
Egbuka or Burden, I think is. Can I give you my Shamar Stewart take?
Egbuka, before you go, Egbuka is very similar to Cooper Kupp, so I could see that. But yeah, go ahead, do your thing.
My Shamar Stewart take is this. I think he sucks, and I think it's an awful pick. And I don't buy that just because he's toolsy, he's going to be able to get to the quarterback in college, because he wasn't good at getting to the quarterback that he's going to get to the quarterback in the NFL because he wasn't good at getting to the quarterback in college, and he sucks in space. Not good in space. You know who's in their division? Lamar Jackson.
I think this is like if Greg Rousseau didn't go to the Bills and instead went to the Bengals.
But Rousseau is always good in space. You know, like Shamar Stewart is not good in space. He's just a specimen.
Rousseau wasn't good in space his last season, but didn't he also have like a foot injury in that season?
Yeah. And we know, like, over the course of his career, he's good.
He's able. Yep.
That's a good pick.
I mean, like I said before, the hit rate on guys who are legitimately like who also put up that elite 3-cone number, the hit rate is like beyond fat, like whatever your wildest dreams are. Like it's like something like a 90% hit rate. The Niners last year took Dominic Puny, who had that measurable. There was another. God, his name's escaping me. I feel really bad about that, but his name's escaping me. Another lineman last year from the interior who hit that mark. If you hit that mark, you skyrocket up boards, and that's what happened to him. Was like a mid-second, early second type guy. He went way up after that performance at the combine. And like you guys, if you're watching the draft, he did play some tackle at NDSU. He's going to be a guard in the NFL. He might be a center in the NFL. That's something he did too in college, and the Seahawks needed that. Their line is so fucking bad. Quick and easy analysis for this pick.
I think Tampa goes corner.
I could see Tampa going corner. I can see Tampa going with I want to say receiver, but like eventually Evans is going to age out, right? And
you say that, but like, I mean, he still owns, he's still fucking Lattimore's father. So
yeah, well, Lattimore now is so bad,
dude. That trade when they got offered, what did they get? Like a second and a third for Lattimore?
I think it was like a second and a 4, but along those lines, yeah.
Mickey Loomis must have been like, am I negotiating with myself?
They got the fucking trade offer, and they were like, they just like looked back down, and they were just like, yeah, hey, call it in. You got it.
I also my other hot take is that like I kind of think the Commanders fucked it. Like
this whole season has been bad, honestly.
The Debo thing was, I don't get that at all. Like I just don't get it.
I mean, you give away.
Didn't they fucking pay Kinlaw?
They paid Kinlaw a shit ton. Like we got the rundown viewers coming in a little bit over here.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna actually take off because there's an actual rundown with Prez and Miranda. If you want to do the post game with them, feel free. Obviously. All right. Thanks everybody that joined us for the draft and for the game. We're out of here. Peace.